So this was some training that I did. I think this was maybe 2 days ago. This is still the Milo Wolf template. You see here that I'm doing some belt squats where I'm kind of trying to stay in the stretch, stay in the hole there, and work on just kind of like, I don't know, accentuating the dynamic of the quad stretch. It's working. I hate it. You don't even need a lot of weight. I think the first 2 sets, I did 4 sets of these. The first 2 sets were just 90 plus 50, 140 pounds. And actually, that's not true. I think it were 150. And then I took some weight off because what I've been doing is to get more sets, I don't necessarily stick with the weight if it feels kind of heavy and I'm thinking, oh, wow, this is not manageable, or the reps and the form starts to get ugly. I just take some weight off and just continue to focus on getting good quality reps with each movement. That is, to me, more important than being like, oh, well, I got to do the same weight every set. Not necessarily. If I can get more reps, so much the better. So like in this situation, I did the last set for 10 reps. And I had taken, I think by this point, maybe like 15 pounds off. But you can see the depth is pretty good. It was still pretty challenging because I was staying pretty deep and pausing at the bottom. I love this machine. If you have a belt squat or something similar at your gym, I highly recommend that you use it. I don't feel that nearly enough people take advantage of belt squats. It's a great way to train legs. And I really think it's a much better machine than the leg press. Hack squat's not in the same category. That's a different thing. Pendulum squat too. Anyway, all right, so seated overhead press. Still on the fence about these, but these look pretty good. They were strong. This was 65 pounds for 3 sets of 10. Yeah, there's not really a lot to say about them. I like the way my arm was placed. Every rep looked really good and smooth, strong. I'm gonna keep doing them. I don't do any adjustment to this movement because you've noticed that I've done some changes with some of the things that are on the program. Pullovers. I'm using the handles on these because I kind of really like the way it stretches my lats at the end of the movement, but I've done them before with the rope. I've done them with the straight bar, and I've even tried doing them with the mag grip, just to mix it up, different kind of handle attachments. That's a big part of, I think, keeping training spicy and exciting. It's like a relationship, right? You're like, oh, we have date night, or tonight we're going to do role play. Just me? No? Okay, well, I'm single, so that's definitely not me. But in terms of what I do in the gym, yes, sometimes I do think you should try using different attachments, try a different stance, try a different grip. You just do something normally with a supinated grip, try a pronated, do it neutral grip. You know, that's the whole idea. Get in there, have a little fun, make it a little bit more challenging, and that's what I do with these. I really like the way these handles feel when I do these, and I can still go pretty heavy. I don't remember how much is on the stack for these, but it felt pretty good. So you can see how much my lats stretch out, which is the main point for these. I'm trying to get a big ass gorilla back, which is, I think, one of my 2025 goals still. Gorilla back, some thicker legs. No, that's what I want. Not even worried about the size of my stomach because it's huge. Calf raises. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am training fucking calves. I can't believe it, but it's on the program, so we're gonna do it. Not my favorite thing, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Maybe I could actually grow some calves, which, if it helps me with my other lifts, so much the better. That's the first time I've ever touched that machine too, which I don't think I would ever use it to squat. So this was the second day. This was actually yesterday, Sunday, I guess the 12th. All right, and deficit RDLs. Same thing as last week as far as the weight, 165 pounds. It's pretty easy. The only thing that was different this week is I added an extra set of 10. So I did 4 by 10, and I really tried to focus on keeping my knees straighter so that I could magnify that hamstring stretch and get that bar as low as I can without too much discomfort. Of course, the deficit being so that I can get the bar down lower. And I don't know, I just like doing them that way. I might try doing them without the deficit one day, but this works just fine for me. I don't really know how heavy I'm going to go on these because I don't want to wreck my shit, especially not my hamstring, because eventually I do intend to deadlift from the floor again. Because I think after this 8-week program, I might go into a power building program. which is going to mean deadlifts from the floor. But otherwise, I was pretty pleased with these. The tempo, the timing, they did not feel incredibly heavy. I did feel the stretch in my hamstrings, which is the goal with these. And yeah, I'm liking RDLs. I never thought I'd say that. I have never trained them this consistently for any program, so maybe that's why. These, the split squats on the belt squat, blech, they're terrible. Like, I mean, in a good way. Like, as soon as I get off of them, I can feel like this massive burn in the upper part of my leg, which is great, because I'm trying to get that rec fem to grow. That's important. I want them ham hocks, and I still think this is better for me than excuse me, than using dumbbells. I don't have great balance. Shit, even doing it this way, there's a moment or two where you can see where it looks like I'm about to fall off the damn plyo box, which leave it to me to do something weird like that. But I managed to stay on. These are just, I think they're more effective for me. So again, this is a wonderful machine. If you have a belt squat at your gym, you should use it. Use it for legs. Yes, I see people using it for RDLs and other shit like rows. You know, if your gym's okay with that, do that. But definitely use it to hit your legs. Because if you're not, you're missing out on an opportunity to really use a fun, great machine. These were so easy. I lightened up on these because, well, the last time, well, actually somebody was using, I think, the 35, so I couldn't grab them. But the last time I did flies and chest presses on the same day, holy hell, the DOMs was very unpleasant. And I'm one of those people who actually likes DOMs, where it's like, oh wow, I feel like I did something, I worked. But this time it wasn't so great. So I just went ahead and decided I'm gonna just do did I do 3 sets of 14? I think 15. I think it was 3 sets of 15, maybe 4. Anyway, at 30 pounds, which is really, really light, really manageable. But I wanted to make sure that each rep that I came down as far as possible to accentuate my pec stretch. So not much to say about those. These dumbbell pullovers, this one for sure, I know I didn't get the dumbbell that I wanted. I wanted to use the 25 so that I could get 20 reps because the program calls for up to 25. Instead, I ended up using the 27.5 and doing 17 reps. But I'm feeling that today for sure in my lats. I know that a lot of people will go super heavy on these, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm going at like a very modest weight and focusing on just getting, you know, some muscle stimulus out of it. They're not perfect. I'm still working on the form, but I do feel them mostly in my lats as opposed to being feeling them in my triceps, which is where I first would feel them when I would do them. But I like them. I enjoy the dumbbell pullover. I think it's a great movement. It's a nice kind of variation instead of just doing like the standing cable pullover, which is also very great. Cable flies. Getting in touch with my inner bro here. Feeling like a real bodybuilder. All right, that was a joke. You look at me. I am not a fucking bodybuilder. Anyway, cable flies felt really great. I like doing these a lot better than the dumbbell flies. Even though I have no problem with dumbbell flies, I don't think they're dangerous inherently in any way if you're doing them with control and at a manageable weight. I just like the cable machine better for flies. And I think using my straps on these was kind of weird because I didn't tighten them up the whole way. But I did another set where I did actually tighten them up the whole way, and it was like night and day. And I could really focus on that mind-muscle connection and feeling the stretch in my pecs and making sure that each rep was, just controlled and really focused. I'm who am I that I'm doing fucking cable flies, chest presses? You're going to see me doing cable crunches again. Yeah, this is a weird time in my lifting career for me. Normally it's deadlifts, squats, that stuff, but it's nice to vary things up. It's nice to mix it up. But if you see me doing any Olympic weightlifting, please call the authorities because something is wrong. Like I've been body snatched or some shit. Dumbbell lateral raises with a nice little lean in. I tried to slow these down a little bit. I didn't do it as successfully as I would have liked. These were only with 10 pounds. I might have been able to get a little bit slower if I'd gone lighter on the weight, but this is the weight that I used last week, so I wanted to stick with that, but just really, focus on the lean a little bit more. They're fine. I'm happy with them. I like doing them this way. I still prefer the cable lateral raises. Let me see how happy I am there with my facial expressions. I still prefer the cable lateral raises to dumbbell lateral raises, but again, big proponent of mixing shit up. That's how we keep it fun at the gym. That's what keeps us going back. But on some level, it is also the same stuff again and again. And that's all right. That can be rewarding too, because isn't that just life? The same shit again and again, rinse and repeat. Only this time, this way, we get muscles and we can feel good about ourselves. And we can squash fascists, which is the only reason we train. Cable crunches. I don't know if I'm doing these right yet. I haven't felt anything in my stomach. I've added a lot more weight. I started doing them at 60 pounds and realized that ain't shit. So I think I had 115 pounds on the stack. These are still a work in progress, but I'm doing them, so I'm proud of myself for that. Anyway, that's 2 days worth of training on this hypertrophy template. It's not so bad. For training 4 days a week, though, kind of messing with me. But we're doing it. And that's that. Thank you so much for watching.